And which class are you?
We're class of 1963.
And why is this an association so important?
Well, the association is so important because we're trying to give back to the school that we graduated from. We want to help the kids, try to advance, give them a chance so that they can have the same chances that we have, the same opportunities.
We want to give back to the community, let the kids know that there are people out here who are pulling for them. People who've gone through what they're going through, and we want to get them as much success as we can possibly can.
What made Price High School so special?
Well, it's special because it was a combination of several different communities at the time that we came through. It was a very big school, but we all got along. Though we were varied as far as community was concerned, but we got along. It was a very big family, and it was we had some of the most excellent teachers that we had who guided us and kept us straight. That was important to us.
What piece of advice would you give current middle school students?
Well, the best advice I can give them is to never give up. Stick in and do the best they can with what they've got. Don't let any obstacles get in their way. Be persistent. If something's stopping a little bit, go ahead. Listen to your teachers. Listen to your counselors. And remember that we, class of 63, and all the other Price High graduates, are always pulling for us.
Why the breakfast? Why do you do this? You give up your time, you're retired, you can do all of this stuff. Why this breakfast? Why is it so important?
The breakfast is important because what we do is raise money for scholarships. And this is another means by which we work with the kids, give them an opportunity to have some finances when they go to school. Also to make them realize that we have not forgotten them. The breakfast also allows us to get together to see some of our friends and classmates as well as people who were before and after us. But it's a camaraderie. It's very, very important, mainly because the primary purpose of the breakfast is to raise money for scholarship for the students.
And as well as the scholarships, we also raise enough money to give back to the school. We help them buy things that they would not normally or ordinarily get a chance to buy.
I remember connections. That's what I remember the most. I loved connections because I loved PE. And I also learned a lot. I know I had behavior problems, but it was like I really did enjoy learning at Price.
Okay, so you said you had behavior problems.
Yes.
What happened from middle school to high school that now you're winning the award from Price High School?
I realized that my attitude was going to be a hindrance for me going forward, so I realized that I had to change.
How will this scholarship that you're winning today help you?
First of all, it's going to help me pay for college and earn a degree that I believe that I deserve.
And what degree is that?
Business management.
So now that you are graduating, do you plan to try to give back to Price or Carver, or what are your long-term goals?
Eventually, when I graduate from college, I want to start my own business, and I do believe in giving back. So I would like to either start my own scholarship or take in and giving somebody else the opportunity that I'm being given today.
Sounds good, Shanice. Congratulations.
Good morning. I'm Shanice Farmer. I attend Carver Early College, and I will be attending Savannah State University. I want to thank you, and I'm honored to receive the scholarship this morning.
This organization has been started because we figured that our black kids, white, and all nations need to be helped financially to try to go to school and educate themselves. We figured that without education, they won't be able to get a job in the future. So we figured that the best thing we can do is help them financially so that they can have some money and what have you to go to middle school, high school, and also college. And we figured that's one of our top priorities, was to get the kids educated so that they can do better in life and have a job so they can support themselves and not rely on their parents.
What are your fondest memories of Price High School?
The finest members of Price High School were the educators who were very disciplined At the time that we was in school, they would even spank you when you did something wrong. Nowadays, you can't do that. At the end of the class that day, if you had did something wrong, you would have to go downstairs to what we call a bottle room, and you would be spanked for your problems that you see with while you was in school during that day. One of my best things was having my teacher to support me at all costs, no matter what problems I had. The teacher was there to support us. I enjoyed playing all sports: Price, basketball, football, and baseball. And after I got out of high school, I attended college on a basketball and baseball scholarship at South Carolina State. And I enjoyed that, and I figured the only way I could have gotten this was through the education of my high school, Price High School, and the support of my teachers and my principal, Mr. R.E. Currington.
How many years was Currington principal? Was it 25?
It was 25 years. He was a great principal, a disciplinarian, and it seemed like it was rough at the time, but nowadays we see that it was best for us.
What piece of advice could you give students today?
The advice I give students today is to listen to your educators, be obedient to them, respect them, do what they say do, because your future is very, very hard to get where it needs to be. So it needs you all to be on top of it. The only way you can get on top of your education and get what you need to experience is listen to your educator. All kids at this age needs to be educated. You cannot survive in life unless you have a good job, and the only way you can get a good job is to go to school and be well educated.
Were there any special rules? Did you have to dress a certain way? Were there things that were different than school nowadays?
Well, in school in the old days, we came to school, we had to dress with nice pants and nice shirts and nice shoes on, and we didn't have anybody with their pants hanging down and stuff like that. We respected each other, we respected the way we dressed, and it was a good code because our counselors made us dress a certain way. We didn't all wear the same uniform and things like that, but the way we were dressed was nice because we respected the way we dressed and we wanted to look nice towards each other.
What kind of classes did you offer besides English, math, science, and social studies?
Well, we also had woodwork, and we also had physical education, health, and education. Most of the kids liked it, English and history, things of that sort. History was one of the biggest classes that we had. Everybody enjoyed history because we learned about our background, where we came from, and actually where we are going.